to this week's episode of the PV Show. On this week's episode, we are taking a look at what it takes to start and sustain a business in Ghana as 2021 approaches. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. We are privileged to be with Mr. King Nano, and this week we are taking a look at how to start up a business and how to sustain it in Ghana as 2021 approaches. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mabel.
All right, so you give us a little introduction about yourself.
My name is Charles King Nano. Okay. I lead a team here at Step Up Business School, and then Omni Digital Channel. I'm the growth strategist. At Step Up Business School, we do training, basically training, business forum, and then we publish magazine. Wow.
So how has business been so far?
It's been good. Today at our team meeting, I was telling them that I think the COVID worked to our advantage. Yeah. Our eyes were open to a lot of things. Okay. We saw new possibilities, things that we would have been impossible in some few months ago. We had to apply ourselves to it, and then it was possible. So it's been challenging, but we are tough.
Okay. All right, but before we continue, maybe someone do not even know anything about
Step Up Business School.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you can tell us what Step Up Business is all about.
So from 2015, we've been running business forum at the British Council called Step Up Business Forum. Okay. And we've done 21 editions of that. About 16 of them at the British Council, and then the rest being virtual. Now, it's just about 2 to 3 hours business forum, where we bring experts in the field to address critical issues. And then there was the need to start a school so that we can delve deeper into the subjects that we treat at the business forum. So we started a business school to train people in some business interventions and help people to improve their performance at work. It is not an academic, so to speak, institution. It's a competency-based. What it means is that we help you to improve on your performance and what you do at work.
Okay. All right. So today we are touching on what it takes to start and sustain a business in Ghana. But before we go to the main topic, there are some questions our viewers want us to ask. How will you assess business performances in Ghana this year?
Many businesses have had fair share of the pandemic challenges, and there have been a lot of businesses that have done so well. Unfortunately, many have gone down, and some may not recover. Very unfortunate. But I think that some businesses have been agile enough to reinvent themselves, and then not necessarily adopt to it, but also build strategies that would help them survive the pandemic. So I think looking at even our business environment in Ghana, it takes a lot of fortitude, a lot of strength of character to survive. If you give up, you will not win.
Okay, so as a businessman, how best do you think we can grow our businesses in Ghana, especially when we look at the SMEs?
So a lot of focus has to be on the human capital.
Okay.
So I told my team today that the strength of an organization is the sum total of the intelligence or the capacity of the entire staff. So because it's a team that makes up the organization. So you, the leader of the organization, you need to focus more on the people and make sure that you are bringing the best out of the people, and then bringing out challenges that would encourage them to solve, and by that you would keep moving on. But unfortunately, many people don't focus on the people and focus on other things. But when you focus on the people, you'll be able to survive. Yeah.
Okay. Now we want to delve into the main issue.
Let's go.
Okay. So I want to start a business, but first of all, let me find out what is a business idea at all.
So business idea is basically having an idea to solve problems.
Okay.
So you can't have an idea that is not problem focused. Okay. For every business to thrive, it has to solve a particular problem or some set of problems. Without that, you can't call it a business idea, because you see, the whole concept of business is helping people. Okay, helping people to become better, helping other institutions, organizations. So it has to identify problems and then solve them. If that is missing, it's just a passion that you are pursuing.
Okay, but then what does someone really need to actually even start up a business? And the person is asking, yes, what do I need to start my business idea and also to bring it to reality in the coming years?
Okay, so you need to look at the problems that are around. So you would have to be a reader and then listener. So what people complain a lot about is a lot of business opportunity. So, and you see, people may not even complain about it, but you could spot that this is a problem for people. For example, the pandemic brought down a lot of businesses. Why did businesses collapse? Okay, it's because they didn't get enough customers to patronize their services. Yeah. So if you get an idea to get people customers, and that is how come we started Omni Digital Channel, where it's a digital marketing agency where we help people to get customers. So if you have such an idea that will be bringing customers to people, you see, solving a problem, or like the hair you're wearing, if it was somebody's idea, okay, because the person perceived that you would have this problem, okay, and then brought it in. So you need to find out what people would need as solutions to your problems. Okay. Sometimes they don't even know that this is the solution to their problem. So after you have come up with that idea, you need to explain it to them, let them understand that this is what would help you solve that problem. But every business idea should solve a problem.
Okay. Now, I have my ideas, but then should I wait to get access to capital before I start this business?
So raising capital or capital is part of entrepreneurship. Okay. So that whole process of getting money into the business is part of it. So if you are waiting for capital, means you're not ready. Because that whole thing is part of the entrepreneurship drive. Now, it will surprise you to know, let me say this, that if you cannot run a business without money, you certainly cannot run a business with money. So
if you cannot run a business
without money, you can't run it with money. Let me give you an example. You are thinking that you are going to start a business and then you need a loan. Okay. So you go and get a loan. That money comes, it would rather destroy the business. About 98% of the times, it won't succeed. Why? Because you did not master the art of getting the money. Okay, money has to be mastered. Okay, so that is why raising capital is an integral part of entrepreneurship. There is no entrepreneur who has not mastered the art of raising capital. Okay, so you need to know how to talk to people, how to negotiate, talk to people for some free money, and all that. All those things are part of entrepreneurship. So you have to be big on negotiation. Okay, and then many times you don't even need the money you think you need. For example, if you want to start a business, let's say you want to start sewing, okay, you can go and talk to Woodin that I'm a fashion designer. I want to start sewing to sell. Okay, can you put me on your credit system? Okay, Woodin can assess you. They can give you some terms and then give you some materials. And then you start, did you buy it with money? No. So sometimes we worry ourselves about the money part, and then that takes the chunk of our thinking. Okay, and it won't happen like that. We need to learn how to do things without money.
Wow.
So if you are not able to do things without money, you are not a good entrepreneur.
Wow. Okay, so then what about people? Yes, I have the idea, but still I'm home, in need of money to start this business. But you just mentioned that you don't necessarily need money to
Yes,
start.
I like that necessarily, because it's not always that you don't need money at all. There are some ventures that you would need money, but many times, a higher percentage of the times, people use money as an excuse not to start. But many times you don't need the money to start.
Okay, so what if my business actually needs money to start?
Like what?
Okay, let's say I'm going into what do I go into?
just give me an example. I'll show you where the money is.
For example, I want to start printing, let me say, these cards. And let me say I want to go into this printing press thing.
Okay.
Definitely I'll need money to buy machines.
Okay. Who told you?
So how do I go about it?
Okay. So if you want to start a printing press business, okay, you know, there's a place they call the printing hub, the Newtown.
Yeah.
Okay. You can locate some people at Newtown. Okay. Get the jobs, go and print there. Many times the printing press, people don't even want to come to your place. They want the printed work, isn't it? So why you worry yourself about getting your own machines from the beginning? You can start printing from Newtown, go and give it to the client, get your money, start saving from that, and then get some credibility in building that business. And then based on that, you can even get an investor based on that. You can raise money through that. Sometimes some of your customers can even help you with that. They can pre-finance it and all that. But for you to say, I need the machines to start with, you are just bringing too much heat on yourself and giving yourself good excuse not to start the business.
Okay. Now let's take a look.
You want to give another example?
But within that, you help us with some business ideas.
Okay.
For example, okay, let me put it this way: what are some of the sources of funds? Like when I want to start a business, let's not go deeper. But when it comes to funding in Ghana, what are some of the sources?
Okay, so the first source, which many people don't talk about, is sales.
Sales.
Yes. So you tell me that you've not started a business. How do you get sales? Okay, so start something that is not really capital intensive.
Okay.
Use it to generate money. So get a lot of sales from that, and then you can start other things to do. Okay. So sales is the most reliable source of income.
Can we get an example?
Yes, I just gave you an example that you start some business that you don't need money to start. Okay, get people to. Let me give you an example. So you have a laptop. You have a laptop, right?
Yeah.
And then you can do graphic designing.
Yeah.
Do you need money to do that?
No.
No. You just need some few churches who need graphic designing. Okay, get their works, do it for them, and then from that you generate money. So you get a lot of them. Okay, get people who are doing their wedding, get people, smaller businesses who want to do flyers and all that. Okay, you do all this for them, you generate funds, and then now you can jump onto a bigger business idea that you'd want to do. Okay, with that you have generated money from sales. Okay, to do what you want to do. That is safe, that is sure, that is secured. Nobody is coming after you, and then you don't have to pay anybody any money back. Okay. Yeah, so that is the first one. Okay, and then of course for me is the most reliable.
Okay.
The next one is, of course, you can talk to friends and family, which many people talk about, so we all know. So you can talk to friends and family, but you see, when it comes to business, friends and family would also want to find out what you've done, that their money would not go down the drain.
Yeah.
Okay, and when they do that to you, they are actually helping you. That is why I said that you need to start something, build credibility, and then build some experience, so that when money comes, you will be able to use it well. Okay, so even before family and friends will give you, and I've seen a lot of people, heard a lot of people talk about my family members are wealthy, but they don't give money, they don't support. It's because you've not proved to them that you will be able to pay back. Okay, they are as rational as you. Okay, and many times they are helping you, but you don't know. Okay, build some credibility. They would come after you to give you the money to do what you want to do. Okay. Next you can talk about, you see, I haven't mentioned the bank yet. I haven't mentioned loan yet. Okay, next you can talk about your customers. Okay, so you have a business, you've done what I suggested earlier. You want to go into printing. You've been doing the printing at Newtown. Talk to some of your customers. I want to expand. I want to get some machines. Can you help? Can you pre-finance the job? What you want to do, can you give us money? And I've done that before. So when they pre-finance or they give you money ahead of time, use it to go and buy. You don't use it to go and buy a car. Or you don't use it to go and buy a new shoe, a crocodile shoe. Okay, use it for what you wanted to use it for. Okay, many times when people are asking for money, they ask for money for a different purpose, and then their intentions is on a different thing. Okay, so you don't do that, because when you do that as an entrepreneur, you're actually destroying your credibility. Okay, because if I give you money and I see that you're using it for a different purpose, it would not be helping. Okay, so family and friends, yes, but you need to build some trust and credibility for them to give you their money. And don't be bitter when you ask for money and people don't give you. Even if you have evidence that they have the money, don't be bitter. Move on. I mean, for how long will you be bitter? What would that do for you? It's not their business, it's your business that you are working on. So don't be bitter, just move on. Still love them, make sure that you are in good terms with them, and move on.
Okay, so someone wants us to ask you a question. What do you do when all your sources of funds that promise you fails? And
did the sales also fail? Then that one is your efforts that is failing, because you need to put in efforts to make sales. Okay, so if the sales it's not coming through, then it means you have to check your effort and then your strategy. Okay. Many times you need, and then even with Facebook ad, you can use as little as $1, $2, even though it may not make much impact. But there are several ways you can use to get sales. We are not into a sales class yet. When you come to the business school, we teach you.
Okay. Okay. But then there are people who actually have business ideas. I've been wanting to start a business, I've been thinking, why not start this tilapia business? Like, you put it in a can. I've not really seen people doing this tilapia canned fish so much. Before I realized, someone started the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, what do you do when someone steals your business idea?
Okay, so business ideas fly. They move around because problems would always let me put it the other way. Solutions will be knocking at people's hearts to enter so that they can use it to solve problems.
Okay.
So I've had several people talk to me about the same thing at different times. Okay, so it happens. It's not like people steal your ideas. Okay, but in the event where somebody steals your idea because you told the person, okay, if you told the person and the person steals your idea, don't worry, still go on and then do it. Okay, you have the original print, so trust in it, work it out, and it will work. Okay, but if you don't work, you see, maybe let me tell you this: every idea, every business idea has an inherent strength and power to push you. Okay, the more you wait, the more it weighs down. So it will get to a point where you will no longer be interested in the idea. You feel like there's no need, and you start giving excuses for not doing. Okay, you check yourself now as I'm talking to you. There were some ideas that you wanted to do. When it came, it was like burning on your heart, fire. It was burning, and 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, you see that it's waning down. Yeah, the energy is dissipating, it's going, because that energy comes together with the idea. If you don't use it, it would go. And then now you would see somebody doing it. It'll be like, hey, this thing, it came to my mind though. I thought of it. Yes, but you didn't use the energy that it came with.
But we have people that you have the idea, you want to talk to somebody about it, and you go to the person. And just last week, I wanted to start something, and the idea came, so I started writing it down. Then I said, okay, let me call some few people to ask if they can, what they think about this. I called the person, the person said, this is too big. This is too big. Like, you can't do this, it's too big. Why not go to the downstream, go to the villages? Then I was like, okay, I think that's a good idea. Within some few weeks, it's gone. When such people come in, what do you do? Do you really have to look out for the right people to talk to when it comes to business?
Yes, you need to talk to the right people, but how can you tell the right person? Okay, so you tell the right person from conversation. Okay, so there are some people who are idea killers, but even just put it aside, and then let's tackle your example. You know, that person told you that out of love. Okay. The person genuinely loves you. Okay, and doesn't want you to burn your fingers. Okay. But that is, the person is not seeing what you are seeing. Okay, that's the difference between the normal person and then the entrepreneur. Now check this. Every employee knows something that if the boss should do, it will blow up the business. So why are they not doing it? Why are they not doing it in their private lives? Because it's easy to talk and it's more risky to do. Okay, so people would want to suggest things to you, and the reason why he would tell you that is so big is because of his level of thinking. Appreciate that, take some lessons from it, but keep moving, because you need to dream big. Okay, so keep moving. Ask yourself, talk to some more credible people, and then ask yourself, what is it that I can do? Okay, now, or break it down that I can do now to start the idea. Okay, so that I won't crash. So you are not refusing the counsel, but you are making good use of it so that it won't become a fulfilling prophecy. You get it?
Okay. All right. So we've heard about people who start businesses, and it's so they start with so much energy. Then let's say some 2 3 years or 5 years down the line, you don't hear about them again, and we hear of such things in Ghana. What causes some of these things?
Many people don't reinvent themselves.
Okay.
You see, so when you are doing something, you always need to reinvent yourself.
Okay.
Just like the snake, the serpent. Okay, it would remove its cover, its skin, and then get on a new one. So you need to reinvent yourself. So at Step Up Business School, we try to do that always. So we every time we are trying to introduce something new, something novel, something that would help even our customers and our students better. Okay, so if you don't do that and then you are overexcited about what used to work, because the world and the times are changing so fast, so fast that if you remain at the same level you started a business with, you'll be in trouble. You'll be in trouble, serious trouble. So you need to always reinvent yourself and check what the timing is saying. Some of the ideas that worked some 3-4 years ago may be obsolete by now, so you have to reinvent it. The ones that you take off the business, take it off and then bring on new one. The next thing too is that people some people don't bring on fresh people.
Okay.
It's not always that you need fresh people, but you need fresh ideas. But sometimes it's critical that you get fresh people. They come to revamp the team. They come to bring some energy. And then if you get a wrong person too, you're in trouble.
Okay. All right. So another question goes like this. Okay, this is not a question, but what are some of the measures you think business owners can put in place to sustain their businesses as the new year approaches?
You know, we are in what people would call abnormal times, or we are not in normal times. So you need to really study your industry, study how it is behaving during this time. But I would advise that find a way of using technology. Everybody, every business, find a way of using technology, leveraging technology to fast track your processes. See, a time is coming when if you don't have technology backing your business, you'll be extinct. You would not survive. So use technology and use it well. Don't be behind technology. Don't fight it. You know, many people fight technology. When there's a new thing coming, when 5G is coming, we'll fight it. When a new thing is coming, we'll fight it. We'll fight everything that is technology, but let it work for you.
But Mr. Nano, you know, in as much as we are trying to sustain our businesses, what if government's policies happens to affect your business? For example, maybe you are saving with a particular bank, and then because the bank is not doing so well, government says that, okay, I am collapsing this bank unless maybe the bank happens to merge with another bank to meet the standard, and you happen to be saving with such a bank. What if you get affected? How do you start again?
So many things affect a lot of entrepreneurs. So these are challenges that will come your way, and you know, sometimes the challenges that will come were not part of your research, Okay, there were fresh challenges that you've not seen before, like COVID. Nobody got that research right. Yeah, unless maybe Mabel and the team got it. But I haven't heard anyone apart from some few pastors that have said that they saw it coming. These are challenges, and for entrepreneurs, challenges are lifeblood. So you look for ways of going around it. If you save with a bank and the bank collapses, it's not your business that has collapsed. It's the bank that has collapsed. Before you joined the bank, you had a business. So focus on how you can go around that, and then keep moving.
Okay. All right. But before we leave, we want you to give us some tips or strategies as 2021 approaches. What are some of the strategies or yes, let me put it, strategies will you give to businessmen to be able to prepare for the year coming?
Many business people don't like reading and don't like studying. Yeah. So if you are such, make sure that you study, you read, get to understand what is happening. Don't walk in the dark. Get knowledge. Okay, so if there are courses you need to do them. If there are some trainings you need to do them. If you have to come to Step Up Business School, please do. Okay, but at all cost, improve yourself. Get to understand the times in which we are. The times in which we are, some businesses or business ideas would never work. So work on it so that it will fit in the times. Don't fight it. You may not win. So rather reshape your idea and let it flow with the with what is happening. It is interesting thing that is happening. I was telling my team earlier on that it looks like we've been pushed into the future 30 years with force, brutal force. That is how come a lot of businesses and individuals are feeling the pinch, because it is really not normal. But these things have come to stay. For example, virtual meetings have come to stay. Online businesses have come to stay. So why won't you leverage on these things? If you fight them, you won't fight them for long and then you lose. Okay, so the first thing is like, let's all be learners. Let's all learn and study, especially in our industry, and then the area in which we operate. The next one is that I've mentioned it already. I'll say it again. Use technology. Make sure that technology is your friend. And then the third one, please place emphasis on your people. Okay. Ensure that you help in the development of your people. Encourage them to read. Encourage them to see beyond where they are. Okay. Don't be scared that you would make them better and they will leave you. If you make them better and they leave you, it's to your credit. You have helped people. Okay, so focus on people, and then maybe finally get your sales strategy right, your marketing and sales strategy right. There are some marketing strategies that would never work. Not that you may not, it would never work. Its time has passed. I don't want to give some examples because the examples may collapse on people's businesses, but those strategies may never work. So get to understand what marketing strategies would work, and then have a very solid sales plan.
All right. So as you heard, if you really want your business to work out, make sure you catch up with technology. Don't be lagging behind. So
and don't fight technology.
Yeah, so Mr. Nono, before we leave, your final words.
Well, thank you. So business is supposed to help people, and it's two things: people and then the environment. The environment includes the places that we live and all that. So your business should focus on first touching people's lives. Okay, so tweak your business such that many more lives will be touched, will be better after they have experienced you. And be willing to help people even if they are not paying you for it, because the focus is about people.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mabel.
We are really grateful.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for watching the PV show. We'll be back same time next week. Until then, make sure you use your hand sanitizers, wash your hand with soap and the running water, and don't forget to subscribe to the PV show. Thank you and stay safe.